There's an oil that costs $2 and restores any cracked, dried, stiffened, or damaged leather to the condition it had the day it was made. Not conditions the surface temporarily until the next rain, not softens it slightly while leaving the underlying fiber damage untouched. Penetrates the leather fiber structure at the molecular level, replaces natural lipids, and reverses the breakdown that turns quality leather into a cracked, brittle relic. Roman legionnaires treated every piece of leather equipment in their kit with this oil before every campaign. Ottoman cavalry maintained their saddles and bridles with it through decades of service in every climate from the Black Sea to the Persian Gulf. The U.S. Army issued it for leather maintenance from the Civil War through World War II, documented to extend life 3 to 5 times. The leather care market generates over $1 billion annually. Brands like Leather Honey and Bic 4 fill the shelves of every retail store. Every product contains the same 2 ingredients performing the same chemistry, available for $2 per pound, yet sold to you for $25. The ingredients are neatsfoot oil and tallow, a system trusted by cavalry armies for 500 years, now rebranded at 20 times the cost. Welcome to Forbidden Camping. Subscribe right now. This channel opens the vaults they spent fortunes locking. Let's go back to where this all begins. Let me take you back approximately 2,000 years to the leather workshops of the Roman military supply system. Roman legions consumed leather at a staggering rate. Every legionnaire carried a leather belt, sandal straps, scabbard, pack, and leather elements in his armor. Every century had leather tent sections. Every cavalry unit maintained leather saddles, bridles, and horse equipment. The Roman military supply system was the largest leather maintenance operation in history, and it ran on neatsfoot oil. Neatsfoot oil is rendered from the leg bones and feet of cattle. The word neat is an archaic English term for bovine cattle. The oil extracted from their lower legs is uniquely suited to conditioning hide because leather shares the same biological composition. Roman military supply records describe oil preparations rendered from ox feet, applied to leather equipment at garrison supply depots across the empire. Archaeological analysis of leather fragments from sites like Vindolanda in England has identified fatty acid compositions consistent with neatsfoot oil application. Let me take you to the Ottoman cavalry system of the 15th century, where military horses represented a massive capital investment. An Ottoman cavalry horse with its ornate saddle and leather equipment represented more value than a foot soldier's lifetime wages. Maintaining that equipment across every climate from the Balkans to North Africa was a systematic logistics requirement. Records describe the regular application of rendered cattle fat and bone oil to all leather cavalry equipment as a standard procedure. 500 years later, in a completely different military tradition, we arrive at the same material through empirical observation. Let me take you to the American Civil War, where the Union Army managed the largest horse-drawn logistics operation in American history. The Quartermaster Corps issued neatsfoot oil in standardized containers to every cavalry and artillery unit for leather equipment maintenance. Military supply records document neatsfoot oil as standard issue material alongside horseshoe nails and liniment. The knowledge was so embedded in equestrian culture that any person who worked with horses knew it without being told. Now, let me show you exactly why this works, because the biochemistry of leather degradation and restoration is elegantly simple. It explains why branded leather care products perform identically to the $2 agricultural material they are made from. Leather is processed animal hide. The hide consists of collagen fibers, the same structural protein that gives human skin its flexibility and strength. These are arranged in a 3-dimensional network that gives leather its characteristic combination of strength and suppleness. In a living animal, this network is maintained by natural lipids and fats that fill the spaces between fibers. These lipids prevent fibers from bonding directly to each other. When collagen fibers can slide against each other, the leather remains flexible. When lipids are lost through evaporation or washing, the collagen fibers come into direct contact and begin forming interfiber bonds. These bonds are what causes leather to stiffen. As more bonds form, the leather becomes rigid. As the rigid leather is flexed, the collagen fibers break rather than sliding, producing the cracking that marks the final stages of leather failure. Every leather care product that works does so by one mechanism, replacing the lipid molecules that keep collagen fibers lubricated and mobile. Neatsfoot oil works exceptionally well because its fatty acid composition closely matches the natural lipid composition of cattle hide. The primary fatty acid in neatsfoot oil is oleic acid, the same primary fatty acid found in natural skin sebum. When neatsfoot oil is applied, its molecules penetrate the fiber structure and occupy the same positions the original natural lipids occupied. The lubrication is restored, the interfiber bonds are disrupted, the leather becomes flexible again. Tallow, rendered beef fat, provides a complementary action. It provides a surface sealing action that slows lipid loss and provides water resistance. The combination of neatsfoot oil for deep conditioning and tallow for surface protection is the formulation branded products use. These are blended in petroleum carrier oils and packaged in branded containers with premium pricing. Open the ingredient list on any quality conditioner, and you will find some combination of neat's foot oil, lanolin, beeswax, and animal fats. The carrier petroleum oil is inert. The fragrance is cosmetic. The active chemistry is available at agricultural suppliers for $2 per pound. Now, here's where the story takes the turn the leather care industry has always hoped you would never reach. The global leather care market generates over $1 billion in annual revenue. Every dollar of that revenue depends on the consumer standing in the aisle, believing that effective leather conditioning requires a branded product with proprietary chemistry. Think about what that belief produces as a revenue model. A leather boot owner buys a jar of branded leather conditioner for $12 to $18. It works because it contains neat's foot oil and tallow. The boots are conditioned. The conditioner is gradually consumed over subsequent applications. The owner returns and buys another jar. The tack shop owner buys leather honey at $15 per bottle for use on saddles and bridles. It works because it contains neat's foot oil. The saddle is conditioned. More product is consumed. More product is purchased. Neat's foot oil from an agricultural supplier costs $2 to $4 per pound. 1 pound of neat's foot oil conditions substantially more leather than a $15 bottle. Tallow from a butcher supplier costs $1 to $2 per pound. The leather industry cannot patent the active compounds because neat's foot oil and tallow are agricultural commodities, with histories predating patent law by 2 millennia. They can only maintain the revenue model through consumer ignorance of what is actually inside the bottle and through retail channel control. That ensures the bulk agricultural materials are never displayed adjacent to their leather care product derivatives, with a price comparison visible to the consumer. But here is what the leather care industry's retail channel control cannot suppress. Because the equestrian community, the bootmaking community, and the traditional craft leatherworking community have maintained continuous knowledge of neat's foot oil and tallow conditioning. Throughout the branded product era, that knowledge has stayed in their forums, their publications, and their craft literature regardless of what tack shop shelves communicate. The Society of Master Saddlers in the United Kingdom, representing traditional English saddlery craftspeople, lists neat's foot oil as the primary conditioning agent. Their technical recommendations make no reference to branded leather care products. They specify the raw material directly because they are professional craftspeople. These experts have no commercial interest in the branded product markup. The traditional bootmaking community has documented neat's foot oil and tallow conditioning extensively. Custom bootmakers in Texas and throughout the American West routinely recommend pure neat's foot oil to their clients for initial break-in and ongoing maintenance, because the boots represent a $500 to $2,000 investment, and clients understand that proper maintenance extends the boot's service life by decades. A homesteader in Montana documented a complete leather restoration project in a 2020 online journal regarding a set of 30-year-old leather chaps. Stored in a barn for a decade, they were thoroughly dried and cracked. They were treated with warm neat's foot oil over 3 successive sessions. After the 3rd application, the chaps recovered sufficient flexibility to be worn without cracking and showed no new crack formation under normal flex. The treatment cost only $3 in neat's foot oil. A comparable set of new leather chaps would have cost $200 to $400. Here's exactly what to do, and I want to give you the complete application guide because the technique matters as much as the material. Here is what you need. Number 1, pure neat's foot oil. Available from leather supply retailers, saddle shops, agricultural suppliers, and veterinary supply retailers. Specify pure neat's foot oil, not neat's foot oil compound, which is a diluted product blended with petroleum oils. It is less effective than pure neat's foot oil for conditioning severely dried leather. A 1-quart bottle costs between $8 and $12 and provides enough material for conditioning many large leather items. Number 2, tallow, optionally. Available from butchers, farm supply stores, and online agricultural suppliers. It can be found as rendered beef tallow or as raw beef sweet for home rendering. 1 pound costs $2 to $4 and provides surface sealing and water resistance complementary to the oil's action. Number 3, a clean, soft cloth or foam brush for application. Here is the application process. For moderately dried leather that has lost flexibility but has not yet cracked. Apply a thin coat of pure neat's foot oil using a soft cloth, working the oil into the leather surface with circular motions. Allow to absorb for 24 hours. Apply a second coat and allow another 24 hours of absorption. The leather should show significantly improved flexibility and darkening of the surface color. For severely dried and cracked leather, warm the neat's foot oil slightly to improve penetration, approximately to body temperature. Apply a generous coat and allow 48 hours of absorption. Repeat 3 times over 6 days. The cracks may not close completely if fiber separation is advanced, but crack propagation will stop and surrounding areas will recover flexibility. After the conditioning phase, apply a light coat of tallow as a surface treatment. This seals the conditioned leather against rapid lipid loss and provides weather resistance. Work the tallow into the surface with a soft cloth and buff lightly. This is the complete two-step conditioning and protection system that Roman legionnaires used and that Ottoman cavalry used. The United States Army issued it in standardized containers, and the industry now sells it at 20 times the cost. Total treatment cost for restoring boots, approximately $3 in combined materials. Compare that to a $25 jar of branded conditioner that contains the same active ingredients at a fraction of the concentration. Some knowledge does not disappear because it failed. It disappears because the industry built on the problem it solves needs you never to look at the ingredient list. The Roman supply officer who issued neat's foot oil to garrison leather workers along Hadrian's Wall was not a biochemist. He was a logistics professional following a supply protocol that kept legionary equipment functional in the cold, damp climate of northern Britain, because malfunctioning leather meant degraded military effectiveness, and degraded military effectiveness had consequences he preferred to avoid. The Ottoman cavalry master who supervised saddle maintenance before a campaign was not a materials scientist. He was a professional who understood that a saddle that fails at the gallop is not a saddle. The United States Army quartermaster, who maintained neat's foot oil in the standard issue supply manifest from the Civil War through World War II, was not concerned about the leather care retail market. He was concerned about keeping horses and mules operational. Every one of them arrived at the same $2 oil from the same observation. The rendered fat of the cattle whose hide became the leather is the substance that keeps that leather alive. The collagen fibers in your cracked leather boots were processed from cattle hide. The oleic acid in the neat's foot oil, rendered from cattle bones, is the molecule that those collagen fibers require to remain mobile against each other. The chemistry has not changed. The boots respond to the same oil today that they would have responded to 2,000 years ago on the bench of a Roman leather worker in a garrison workshop on the northern frontier of the empire. The branded jar costs $25. The oil costs $2. The leather cannot tell the difference. If this vault changed how you look at the cracked leather jacket in your closet, the dried out saddle in the barn, or the boots that stopped being comfortable this season, you forgot to condition them, subscribe, and share this with someone who deserves to know that the most effective leather care product ever made costs $2 and has been available at agricultural suppliers since before agriculture had suppliers. The next vault opens soon.